Now we get on to the Titanic. The last message of the Titanic was, we are sinking fast, cannot last much longer. The great ship was supposedly unsinkable, but she sank in the North Atlantic on April 15, 1912, 2:40 a.m. Maiden voyage, first journey. One reason for the disaster was that they did not carry enough lifeboats for all passengers. Why? When asked at the onset of the journey, the captain said, not even God can sink the Titanic. Some were the richest in the world, others were poor blue-collar workers. At shore, their names are posted in two simple and unmistakable columns: saved, lost. In the end, that was the only difference that truly mattered. Saved, lost. Did not take enough lifeboats because the captain said even God cannot sink this ship. Because of this belief, even when early reports of icebergs came, the Titanic did not reduce speed. Captain wanted to reduce speed, but the proprietor on board said, we must get into the news by arriving at 8 a.m., which means no frigate had crossed the Atlantic and got to the port before 8 a.m. So what was the proprietor's intention? Break a record, make a name. We must get to the news by arriving at 8 a.m. When the ship was sinking, the captain said, now you will get into the news. Disaster became world famous. Two watchouts on the crow's nest had no binoculars. Captain went to sleep till the disaster came up. Iceberg was identified too late, urgent messages ignored. Wireless officer of the Titanic was doing his own messages and did not receive the danger message sent by SS Californian. He says, shut up, you idiot. About the warning he should have heeded. Now, don't get put off when people say nasty things. We have an urgent message. Will you tell your neighbor, we have an urgent message. We won't be put off by our relatives, our friends say all kinds of things, but we won't be put off. Iceberg was more out of sight. Identified too late, trying to turn late, the damage from the collision on the side was great. Of the crew, only the fourth officer escaped. Because his wife that night at midnight, God woke her up and said, pray for your husband. You know the crew does not take the lifeboats. It's first given to women, children. Crew does not take the lifeboat. So all sank. And a captain never forsakes the ship. He went to the captain's berth and he sank with the ship. Captain's berth. Captains never leave the ship when it is sinking. They sink with their ship, but it's his mistake. But this fourth officer also sank. All sank. All the crew sank. He says his wife was told to pray at 12 midnight as the ship hit the iceberg. And she started praying. She was told, your husband is in danger. She kept on praying. He says he sank with others, icy cold waters. And he's a trained man, so he took the deepest breath possible, hoping to get up. He lost his breath, such a lot of ice, he can't get up. But as about to suffocate, someone lifted him off and brought him up. When he surfaced, there was a lifeboat. It was about 3:45. He was icy cold. They somehow wrapped him up. At 4 in the morning, Lord tells the wife, your husband is secure. You can go to sleep. Shall we say, thank you, Jesus?